Hey Doran, how's it going, man? Good talking to you after a while. How's everything?
Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better in the SoCal sun. Majid, how are you?
Good, good, awesome. Glad to hear. It looks like you're having a good time down there. I know you're always traveling, right?
Yeah.
Just wanted to reach out and kind of see how your experience has been with our program. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know you've got a lot going on with your business, so
Yeah.
um, do you mind if I just ask you a few questions of your experience with the Hungry Wolf Blueprint?
Go ahead. Sure.
Awesome. So just starting high level, just wanted to see, from your experience working with us, how was that? How did that work out for you?
I mean, yeah, from the start, it's been really great learning that about the 0% interest business funding. I knew absolutely nothing about this before joining, and it was a very pleasant surprise. And I feel like now I have just I don't know how to say, like I just have such a much better understanding of how to leverage my personal credit.
Awesome. Glad to hear. And that's one of our main goals, right? Because, we don't just get you funded. It's called a done with you program. We walk you through all the steps and there's an element of education there as well, because
Right.
now you're at a point where, sure, we got you the funding that you need, but you can do this yourself, right? You don't even need us. Even after the program is done, you're well educated enough on the concepts to be able to do it yourself, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, so within I would say I've gotten just such amazing results as well.
Yeah, let's
With
talk let's talk about the numbers. I'd love
yeah,
to hear what it was. I know, over the past like 6 weeks or so, we were going back and forth. I don't know what the total tally ended up being.
yeah. I mean, that was the main thing that really drove me to come on this call with you today because within a month of reaching out to you, my agency actually secured $110,000 in funding. Um,
Yeah.
I could never believe in a million years it can come that quick. I was thinking years of the grind and everything, but since coming to you, $110,000 in funding, and I that it was just a kind of all at once a dream come true, really.
I love it, man. And I'm so happy to hear that because I love to see our clients win, right? And
Yeah.
getting that 110K you said, right? So I think your initial goal was around 100, right? But we surpassed that by a little bit. And then at that
Yeah.
point, you kind of told us, I'm good. This is what I needed. You didn't want to go for any more. But that was just one round of funding. And I think we only worked with, what was it, like three banks to get
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I was writing down lists of like 20.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. And that's just the first round. So if you do need more, you can either, do it yourself, or if you need some support, feel free to reach out. We'd be glad to help you if you need some more funding to grow into the future. Um, and I have a vague idea of what your business was. I remembered that you travel a lot. I remembered that, you're not kind of a brick and
Yep.
mortar business. What was it that you do exactly, Doran? Was it like digital? I remember like on something
Yeah,
on.
so we do digital marketing, and essentially what we do is we are a SaaS video agency and we create, and we basically create product videos and do launches through video for, I mean, the types of people who would post stuff on Product Hunt.
Okay. Yeah.
We basically create videos for them, and do their launches and brand videos to pitch to investors. So, we're kind of in that business of not only creative but showing off their brand and also in the marketing business. So we kind of do everything creative,
Very
but
cool.
kind of
Yeah.
intersect in that way.
You work with some like venture capital guys like that are trying to market themselves and get business, for example. That's one avenue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had those people in the past. It's mainly people who are trying to get videos out and to pitch to investors and secure
Right.
funding. Say like we make them a cool animated 5-minute brand video of their
Yeah.
product. They pitch to investors try to secure capital. So that's pretty much our role.
Awesome, awesome. Glad to hear. Maybe you could tell them about 0% interest funding too. That could
Yeah,
be,
I think
right?
I think that's a little secret I should be passing on here.
Yeah. Awesome. Glad to hear. Um,
Yeah.
yes, it sounds like an interesting business. So, besides the funding, you spoke about the personal credit side and kind of
Yeah.
learning about that. What about the other perks? Did you take advantage of those? Because the type of business in particular, can benefit quite a bit with some of the other perks that come with the business credit cards.
Yeah, so a big perk in particular is the 4x on advertising.
Yeah,
That's
the
the Amex.
Amex
Yeah.
Biz Gold. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Amex Gold, that was a game changer for me. I because we run ads all the time, especially to get new clients into our business, and
Mhm.
the discovery process. And getting Forex points on that is pretty much free cash at that point. And I gotta be honest with you, um, right now I'm not really paying for my hotels or flights because I can't not even tell you the amount
You're
of
using the
points
points. You're using those
I
points.
use the points. I can't even
Awesome.
tell you how
Okay.
much. I didn't even, what's funny? Like it was something that I'm sure I read in the card benefit snapshot, but I didn't
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I completely forgot about it. And then once I started seeing the points rack up after my Facebook ad spend, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, interesting. So not only am I getting new clients, and I'm actually getting free points, which is very interesting.
Mhm.
Um, so that's the first perk that comes to my head when you mention it.
Awesome. Awesome. And that's the thing, right? When it comes to the 0% business funding, it's not just that. There's so many other complementary things that you learn about and can take advantage of. I mean, now you can
Sure.
probably book some vacations much cheaper or even for free if you have pretty high ad spend that you're using in the business.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not I'm definitely not spending as much as Amazon here, but we definitely quite a good bit. And it's always good to get free like
Mhm.
flights to
Yeah.
like I'm going to Paris next in about 2 weeks and
Oh, very
I
cool. Okay,
didn't pay for
nice.
that flight. So
I'm
that
I'm
was
actually coming out to California around end of July. I'll be out there
okay.
for about a week. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, yeah, I guess we're going opposite directions, but
that's great.
I'll just be missing you. But
Yeah, Paris sounds like fun though. That would be a good
I
time.
think,
Yeah. And when you think, big picture, somebody that's an entrepreneur, somebody that's ambitious, maybe they're new, right? Maybe they haven't even started their business. Are you a believer now in 0% interest funding? Is it something that you'd recommend for somebody else like yourself? Maybe
I,
that's somebody ambitious or needs the funding.
yeah, I mean, look, there's pretty much no reason to there's no reason to not recommend it. I think when I first got in, I was a little bit skeptical, and then I saw actually the power of it. So there's no reason I would definitely be recommending that as it opens up so many possibilities for you, especially if you're willing to be a go-getter and
Yeah.
you're really hungry, and that's pretty much it. There's no downside I can really think of.
Awesome. Glad to hear. And just the last question here. I know we spoke about a lot of benefits, and I do want to think about how can we get better? How can we improve our program? So, a quick question for you about just the hardest part, right? You went through this whole process with us. We got you funded. What would you say was something that, what was a difficult part, something that maybe we can make better?
Yeah, so I think the hardest part was deciding to join. Like
Really? Okay.
I'm gonna be
Wow.
honest, yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, like as I mentioned previously, I was skeptical about 0% interest funding.
Hmm. Hmm.
But because it just sounded too good to be true. But with your guidance, it couldn't have been quicker. It was streamlined, and quite frankly, I learned a lot. And it was a challenge, but it was a challenge in making the decision. But I'm glad that I did it.
Awesome. So glad to hear. And I wasn't expecting that response from you because at the beginning you seemed skeptical, but then you jumped right into it, and It seemed like you believed in it relatively early on, but it's always interesting to get that perspective, right? I know when you hear these terms of like 0% interest
Yeah.
funding, immediately you think that it's
What's
too
the
good
catch
to be
here? Yeah,
true. It's not something that can be done. So thanks for sharing that with me. I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, it is really something that you do have to break your guard down, but it was the best decision I ever made once I got in.
Mhm.
For sure.
And would you say now that we got you funded, would you say that you're comfortable with funding yourself for the next time? Have you learned enough to be able to do that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, look, the first $100,000 goal that I actually set that I actually exceeded with you guys was
Yep.
that wasn't the end. That was the first round. And we are gonna be raising a lot more money in the future. And
Mhm.
I but before I'm raising so much, if you're talking multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, I needed to be comfortable raising even just 100,000.
Yep.
So I really do say this with sincerity that
Mhm.
I I do feel comfortable next time. My
Awesome.
world's been opened up since joining you guys for sure.
Absolutely. So glad to hear. And if there is anything that you need to ask us, feel free to reach out. We're always willing to help anybody that's part of our community. Well, Doran, it was really great catching up. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but hope you enjoy your vacation
Good,
that's
man.
coming up. And
Yeah.
take care, man. Keep in touch.
Let's keep in touch, man. It was great. It's great
Yep.
seeing you.
Same here.